The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. An anonymous ex-senior official with purported close ties to our planet's prevailing health authority recently careered off the record to allegedly state that an afternoon of moderately strenuous cable routing aligned closely to the amount of aerobic exertion one would typically apply throughout a 3-hour advanced Pilates session, with the applicable calorie combustion rate rising by 20% if that cable happens to be the ultra-stiff, storm-proof coax flex, capable of facilitating the fastest and fullest fibre velocities yet known to loyal customers of Virgin Media, or its telephonic arch-rival, BT, inhabiting the quaint coastal micro-communities of Shoreham-upon-Shingle. My familial business partner is a long-term subscriber to the communicative services of Mr. Branson's brainchild, having eagerly signed up to the company's Home 300 broadband package several years ago, which utilised Virgin's dedicated fibre optic network to deliver residential internet speeds that were impossible to match on BT's antiquated copper wiring, which even now remains solely responsible for fielding data from those arcane kerbside cabinets to every property within areas not yet incorporated by either provider's high bandwidth infrastructure. This particular bundle's complementary media hub is a discrete freestanding hybrid router modem sporting a quartet of symbolic LEDs on the front of its stylish vertically oriented chassis, together with 4 rear-mounted wired Ethernet ports beneath a pair of widely redundant RJ11 sockets, and an integrated Wi-Fi radio whose dual-band aerial is capable of sending and receiving data over both the industry's standard 2.4 and 5 GHz frequencies. The former is most commonly utilised by the monumental array of wireless smart technology upon which mortals rely in progressively disconnected societies, whilst the latter, colloquially christened the digital cordless world's fast lane, is capable of swifter transfers due to fewer devices occupying an increased bandwidth capacity, but works less reliably over longer distances when its shorter wavelength causes signals to weaken at an accelerated rate, and also degrades more acutely when transmitted through heavily insulated walls or ceilings. In this specific instance, Mum's designated hub was positioned on the first floor of her newly acquired abode, well out of optimal reception range for any equipment stationed within the ground floor's duly appointed live-work area, including her recently relocated mini-desktop PC. This oversight was the combined result of an engineer's hasty visit and critical events unfolding in the wrong order. The consequences of such suboptimal planning caused her connection's performance to frequently nosedive into the proverbial dial-up zone, where once, if you happened to be lucky enough to log on at strictly off-peak hours, single pages would frequently take an entire lunch break to fully load. These fluctuations were coupled with frequent dropouts and multiple failures to reconnect, neither being remotely conducive to streaming episodes of The Farm or extended conversations over Zoom. Logging in to the router's browser-based control panel to shuffle through its comprehensive array of settings and manually change the channels that each of its Wi-Fi radio's antennas were configured by default to dynamically alter and transceive data over didn't rectify these faults. Ultimately, I was able to resolve matters via a rare blend of impulsive logic and my resolute unwillingness to pay professional electricians for the luxury of having a problem rectified next week that any freelance amateur tech enthusiast with itchy fingers and a modicum of common sense might well resolve before sundown on a washed-out Thursday afternoon. The service which Mum receives also includes a multi-room TV bumper bundle, comprising a cherry-picked assortment of film, sports and entertainment channels, about 2 of which I'll casually peruse when neither Amazon Prime, Netflix, nor YouTube has any tawdry docu-series, insufferably derivative crime dramas, or ambient soundscapes worthy of binging, and which is implemented via a pair of Virgin's VP6 TV boxes. These are linked to their provider's facilities by the exact same type and grade of cable as the media hub, though in cases when both components are placed in the same space, a splitter and 2 additional leads are used to share the primary cable's abundant capacity. Virgin's appointed technician had drilled 2 external holes to pipe these cables into the premises, then installed the hub, TV box 1 and the splitter on the upper floor, with box 2 plugged in by itself downstairs, then ensconced upon the middle shelf of a large linen cabinet, safely secluded from direct sunlight. Swapping these 2 sets of appliances over, together with their attributed cables and adapters, ensured the modem was situated less than 5 pedal strokes from Mum's workstation, with no intervening walls or structural inhibitions to compromise signal strength or quality. A cursory point and click on speedtest.net, once all had been reconnected, powered up, and left to resynchronize with our local exchange, told its own healthy and happy story.